Okay, good morning. Today our lesson will be using figurative language in writing. So before we get started, does everybody know what figurative language is? Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no. Okay, good. So what this lesson is about, what a short story is, what figurative language is, and why figurative language is used in writing. So everybody knows what a short story is, right? Has everybody written a short story before? Yeah? Okay. Can somebody give me an example of figurative language? Okay.
It's raining cats and dogs outside.
Great. Okay. Trip, you have one? Okay, that's cool. Okay. Does anybody want to give me a definition of what a short story is? Palmer?
Little Red Riding Hood.
Okay, good. That's good. Anyone else? Okay. Okay. A short story is a sequence of events told in less details than a novel. There is no maximum length for short stories because they are meant for quick reading and storytelling. So basically, in y'all's activity letter, y'all gonna be writing a short story, and you don't have to worry about it being super long because it's a short story. So it's meant to be a quick story for you to write and tell. Figurative language is descriptive language that creates a more abstract meaning. Anyone know what abstract means?
Different.
Different. That's good. Anyone else? Trip?
Detailed.
Detail, very good. Okay. So authors use figurative language to make their writing more interesting and help readers visualize what they're reading. There are many different types of figurative language. Does anyone want a name of figurative language device? Palmer?
Simile.
A simile, good. Anyone else? Hannah? Okay, good. Camilla? Okay, good. Okay, so now we're gonna watch a quick video about figurative language.
Hi everyone.
Watch the video. Let's name all 5 figurative language devices that were used in the video. So the first one was okay, good. The other one? Good. Okay.
Hyperbole.
Great. Okay, so now we're gonna review what everything is in case that video was way too fast for you, like, wow, that was a lot of information all at once. Similes compare two things using like or as. So I'm gonna use Trip as an example. If I said Trip is as fast as a cheetah, I'm comparing Trip to a cheetah, which basically helps you realize how fast Trip is. If I said, let's see, Hannah is as quiet as a mouse, what does that make you think of? Yes, good, okay. Metaphors compares two things without using like or as. So with a metaphor, here's my little trick with metaphors. Sometimes with metaphors, you could place like or as into them, and then it makes a simile. So one of our examples on one of the other slides is heart of gold, and she is an angel. See how heart of gold does not have like or as, but if you said her heart is like gold, that then makes a simile. And if you said she is like an angel, it also makes a simile. So sometimes if you just have no clue what a metaphor is, if you can place like or as into them, then it's probably a metaphor. And one more thing with similes, just because it says like or as does not make it a simile. For example, if I said I like pizza, that's not a simile because you're not comparing two things. And if you said, as the day went on, I was super bored, that is also not a simile because you're not comparing anything. Personification is giving a human quality or characteristic to something non-human. So if you ever heard of someone or authors using in their writing, the tree danced in the wind. Trees can't actually dance, but they're using that to help you visualize how the tree is being human-like. Idioms are a phrase that means something different from its literal meaning. So, have you ever heard anyone use the phrase, she gave me the cold shoulder? What does that mean? Cold, okay, good. Anyone else? Good, okay. So if I said, Miss Jennifer gave me the cold shoulder, that was basically me saying that she's ignoring me. Did she actually give me a cold shoulder? No, but that is what an idiom is. Something different from its literal meaning. Hyperbole are exaggerated statements or claims not meant to be taken literally. So if Miss Jennifer gave you a whole bunch of homework one night, and you're like, dang, Miss Jennifer gave me a ton of homework. She didn't actually give you a ton of homework. So that's an example of hyperbole because you're exaggerating how much she actually gave you, even though it might feel like that way. Here we have more examples on the other slide. For personification, the grass danced in the wind. Can grass actually dance?
No.
So basically, saying the grass danced in the wind helps you visualize how the grass is moving when it's windy. And the sun smiled at them. The sun isn't actually smiling, it's just showing how much it was radiating. Idioms are break a leg and a piece of cake. When you say break a leg, do you actually want somebody to break a leg? What do you mean by that? And when I say, oh, that test was a piece of cake, what do I mean by that? Yes, good. And hyperbole. So if you were so hungry waiting for lunch all day, you said, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. What do you mean by that? Yes. And I died of embarrassment. So if you came to class and you were just like, dang, I just fell outside while running to class, and you said I died of embarrassment, did you actually die of embarrassment? No. That just shows how embarrassed you are. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do a quick lesson review. Can we get some more examples of some short stories y'all might have read in the past? Anyone?
Three Little Pigs.
Okay, good.
The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Good. Okay. How do authors make their stories more interesting? Okay, good. What is figurative language and why is it used in stories?
To give the story characteristics.
Good, okay. And what were the 5 we learned about today? Similes. Okay, good. So now we're gonna do our activity. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm about to walk around. I have 2 different bags. One bag has subjects, another one has the figurative language devices we learned today. Your subject is basically gonna be what your story is about. So see how up here, my subject was snowflakes, and then my figurative language device was personification. So basically, you're gonna grab a subject and you're gonna grab figurative language. So now you have your subject and your figurative language device. I'm about to explain to you how to do the activity. So up here, as I said earlier, we have subject for snowflakes and figurative language device personification. So you're gonna write your story. It doesn't have to be long. This is just an example. Typically, it will be a bit longer than this, but in order for it to show y'all how to do it, I just did a short paragraph. So I'm gonna read it real quick and I'm gonna explain to you what I did here. See how in my story, I incorporated the snowflakes from the subject and I underlined it. So what you're gonna do is whatever subject you grab from the bag, you're gonna underline it whenever you use it in the story. And then whatever figurative language device, you're gonna highlight the phrase you used to show that you used it in there. Students were then given time to work on their story. They were allowed to ask their classmates, their classroom teacher, Jennifer Bailey, and me for help and story ideas. Some students even presented their stories to the class. Y'all leave. I'm about to hand out the candy also. I'm about to do an exit ticket real quick just to make sure y'all can find it in the story as well. Okay, there is 5 examples of figurative language in the little story I handed y'all. One of the devices we learned today will be used twice, and one will not be used at all. So you're gonna highlight the phrase, or you can underline it, and then above your phrase, you're gonna write which figurative language device it is. So for the first one, in the very first sentence we see, it was raining cats and dogs all night. So what will you do? You would highlight that phrase, and then above it, you'll write idiom, because it's the